Instant gratification versus delayed gratification. This is an important video that does need to be put out there. It needs to, everyone needs to be taught about it. You, the viewer, society. And I feel like it's a great time for me to make this video, because I sort of feel like I need to reinforce the difference between instant gratification and delayed gratification, remind myself of the values of each, and so I can continue to make the right decision, and so you can continue making the right decision in the future to benefit your future self. All right, let's kick off right now. Instant gratification versus delayed gratification. We're going to start with instant gratification. Instant gratification, what it is, it's just after you do a task, you get that pleasure from doing that task instantly. You get pleasure, you get this nice feeling, otherwise known as dopamine. Now, you will know this, or you may not know this, but this dopamine is cheap. It's very easy to get this dopamine from this task. For example, instant gratification counts as eating unhealthy food. It feels good in the moment. However, in the future, it won't be good. You might regret it. Your health might regret it. Your health might take a toll on that decision you made. What else? Playing video games. It feels good right now, but then after you take the headset down, you feel like you're lost. You feel you've wasted too many hours, and you feel like you're addicted, and you're really unhappy with what you've done with your time. What else? There's so many examples in today's world. For example, fapping. What else? Let's say just even messing about, being immature with your acquaintances, making jokes even in a disrespectful manner. So the main sort of tasks that are classified as instant gratification are just eating unhealthily, playing video games, not being productive really, scrolling on YouTube, consuming. And it's mainly consuming what instant gratification is. So you get this dopamine. This is cheap dopamine because you can get it so easily. You get it straight away. You can eat a donut in 2 seconds. You can finish a game in 2 minutes. On the other hand, delayed gratification, it's when the pleasure takes time to come to you. It takes time to get that feeling of pleasure. Just like going to the gym. You don't feel proud of your physique one session after. You feel proud of the physique you've built after 6 months of hard work in the gym, consistent work. That's delayed gratification. It's just delayed pleasure. Other activities include reading, because over time you build education, you build this knowledge for yourself. You could say working towards your grades. It may be difficult in the moment. However, after 6 months' time, after 1 year time, you may be very happy with yourself on that results day, that you sacrificed that short-term pleasure for the long-term pleasure, and you got those grades you wanted. You could say an ice-cold shower. An ice-cold shower can be difficult in the moment. It can be very difficult for some. However, after the ice-cold shower, you feel absolutely magnificent. You feel rejuvenated. We could say working towards a project, a business, a skill, an instrument. You may not always really want to play that instrument. You may not always want to write that journal or even do that stretching. But remember that after you complete it, you are working towards your future self, developing that skill, and in a few years' time, you will be proud of yourself for sacrificing that time, that energy, so you can develop that skill. For example, if you want to play the piano, but today you're not feeling like it, you think it's boring, you should remind yourself that you really want to play certain pieces, and how you love the piano, how you love this instrument, how you love this skill. Another example of delayed gratification could be learning a language. So delayed gratification, just as a reminder, you get you don't get instant pleasure. You get pleasure after putting the work in. And this generally corresponds to producing, the opposite of consuming. You should also, I think, keep in mind that the less instant gratification you do, the more you will be proud in the future of yourself. That's very, very important. That's a very important sentence. I need to remember this. So should you. Because delayed gratification, it just builds your future up. You know this stuff. The video games, the junk food doesn't help you. It ruins your health. It doesn't help your health. Whereas the delayed gratification, it may be difficult, but I'm going to use Hamza's quote here because I think it really applies to this concept very, very well. And it's do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. If you don't want to do that chore, remember that. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. That is discipline. That is what you need to do the delayed gratification any day of the week. And when you don't feel like it and you do it, that is when the most gains are made. So remember the difference between instant gratification. Remember the difference between that and delayed gratification. Make the right choice for your future self. You know what the differences are, the different activities, what they are classified as. And remember to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.